Welcome back to the Red Zone. With us still is head coach for the Cardinals, John Thorne. Coach, so we were talking about replacing guys defensively. Offensively, like you said, there's going to be some offensive linemen that are returning, and hopefully you guys could have a little bit more stability at that line that you didn't get this season.
Yeah, that would be wonderful, wouldn't it? We've got so many fabulous players returning at offensive line. We just hope that they can be healthy week after week after week and not have to go through all these difficult situations they had this year. And we've got some young guys coming along that have tremendous potential. We have to recruit a lot more offensive linemen and defensive linemen. This year on our scout team, we had 5 offensive linemen that would go down with Joey's our defense down there, you know. And they had to do every single rep, every single day. Wow. Now, those are the real heroes of our team, you know. But it was pretty close to the same situation for defensive line. We didn't have that many coming down to go against the number 1 offense either. So we need to get some more linemen. Our numbers were a little bit small. We only had 120 on the team. We really like to have about 140. So this is going to be a very, very important recruiting year.
Well, one position you won't have to recruit for next year just yet is the place kicker position. Nick Dace, just outstanding this year, booting field goals 50 yards or longer. He almost broke the single-season scoring record, but Nick Kukoc actually broke it, but he's well on his way to the career scoring record.
Yes, that's probably going to be something he's going to break by a gigantic number.
Yeah,
by
game
time,
2 of next year probably.
By the time it's over, you know. We're hoping everything works out where he comes back and is even more accurate than he was this year. You know, it was great to see the leg strength develop, and we need to see a little bit more accuracy on the field goal part of it, but he was perfect on PATs. And that was a lot of them.
Yeah, there were.
It was 60 or right at 60 or maybe a little more than that. So we're happy with that, you know, and Kevin Loof, the guy that kicks off, will be back. But we lose Tyler Rashi, and he's an awfully good punter. I mean, I think he ended up in the top 5 in the nation.
Yes.
That's going to be a tough one to replace.
Yeah, an all-conference punter is tough to replace, but so is a good return man. You guys were able to substitute a lot of return man, but Josh Mitchell was really effective, especially in that Augustana game to help get you guys in the playoffs.
That was the most amazing game I've ever seen for a return guy. I mean, our blockers did a terrific job, and really Josh had an amazing day. And he almost popped one against Linfield. It was very, very close, which, again, that would have been a huge, you know, lift for the rest of the team had that happened.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's going to be tricky to replace a guy like Josh. We think Lano can do some really good things. He drops a few too many right now.
Right.
Shane Durking has had some great success back there over the years, but we, you know, don't want to put starters back there too often. So we'll see what happens. It should be a really good battle. See who wins that.
Well, the special teams unit definitely came up with some big plays this year, and they proved to be game changers this season. We highlight how the third phase shined in this year's top special teams moments. Starting off the special teams moments of the year is Tyler Rashi bombing a 56-yard punt against Carthage, living up to his all-conference selection. Number 4 on our list shows that trying something new can pay off, as Juliano Fuentes fields his first punt return of the year, and he takes it through the North Park coverage team for a 65-yard return to the house. We travel to Milliken for our number 3 moment of the year, as Patrick Mitchell notched the 4th longest kickoff return in program history, going 87 yards on the opening boot and just misses finding the end zone. Josh Mitchell owns the 2nd spot for our special teams moments of the year, as he had a day for the ages against Augustana, returning 6 times for 224 yards, including an 80-yard punt return that opened the scoring and helped the Cardinals punch their ticket to the postseason. It was hard to keep Mitchell out of the top spot, but that belongs to Nick Dace, who broke the school record for the longest field goal twice against the University of Wisconsin Stout. He split the uprights from 53 and then 55 yards out. So, Coach, talking about the special teams, obviously a phase that is very important to the Cardinals because at any time in a game, you cause a fumble, you return a kick for a touchdown, it's a whole new ball game.
Yeah, it sure is. We didn't do very well on kickoff returns this year, but our kickoff team, created a fumble in that Cal Lutheran game, and it really made a big difference. They were just thinking, all right, we can get back in this game, and that's very demoralizing when we just scored, we kicked to you, and you fumble. We have it again. So we've got work to do, definitely with our special teams. This year was very, very tricky because we had some guys, we like to use linebackers, guys that can fly around, and we kept getting concussions. And so we've got work to do there. We're going to need to have a big group of linebackers available next year, and we've got to do a better job of figuring out how can we run special teams and make it safer for everybody that's out there playing.
Yeah, and the guys that are out there playing very hard this year with this senior class, obviously not the numbers you wanted, a little bit lower than usual, but you got to be pleased with the way they led this team and really stuck around and made their last year very memorable.
We've got a great group of seniors. It's going to be really hard when we have our award ceremony, and I have to talk about each one of them without having a few tears come down, because they're fabulous young men that have just given so much of themselves to Cardinal football and to the college itself. I mean, tons of our seniors are just much more than a football player.
Right.
And everybody on campus really appreciates what they've done, and so it is going to be really, really tough to see them leave, and it would have been fun to keep playing a few more games with them this year.
Well, we look forward to seeing the Cardinals continue their success next season. Coach, congrats on a great year.
Thanks a lot, Mark. It's been a real pleasure to be here with you and with the people of Naperville, and we definitely want to do great things for the whole community as well as North Central College.
Coach, the pleasure was all ours. Thanks so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Keep it right here, because after the break, we'll sit down with two senior Cardinals that helped lead the team to its 7th straight CCIW title. We'll be right back.